It was recently announced that Vulter-Aid would make its return in BO6. However, it seems like most people are pretty upset about this. So let's discuss why people are not happy about Vulter-Aid's return. While I see some comments here and there about people happy with Vulter-Aid's return, it seems like the vast majority of them are unhappy with it, and I think this is because of a couple different reasons. A lot of the comments are saying that Vulter-Aid will be useless without a minimap, or with a minimap, because we have one letting us know where all the perks are and where the mystery boxes and other stuff, making Vulter-Aid less useful. And the much more prevalent complaint that I see is that people would much rather have a different perk, like Double Tap or Mule Kick. It's nothing against Vulter-Aid itself, they would just prefer one of those perks. I think the minimap complaint is negligible, because if we take a look at Vulter-Aid's home map being buried, the only thing that ever moved on that map was the mystery box. So if you just remembered where all the locations of wall buys and perks and other stuff is, then Vulter-Aid in that aspect was useless too. However, Vulter-Aid provides so many other effects that is still significantly useful, even if you don't necessarily need the visual enhancements from it to be that useful. In regards to people who'd rather have other perks, while I understand where they can be coming from, as someone who's a huge Vulter-Aid fan myself, I'm personally glad they prioritized Vulter-Aid. While I miss perks like Double Tap and Mule Kick as much as the next guy, those perks have been on plenty of maps across plenty of games, but Vulter-Aid has only been on one map, being buried. So I think it was more deserving of coming back than the other two because of how we've only seen it once before. Vulter-Aid has been my favorite perk for as long as I can remember, ever since I've started playing the Zombies game mode. And I think it's really fun how it's kind of like a mixture of a whole bunch of different little mini abilities rather than just being one big ability. I think that makes the perk really fun and unique, and I'm really glad that it's coming back. I must admit, I'm not all that big a fan of the redesigned logo. I much prefer the red skeleton vulture versus the yellow-black silhouette for the new perk logo. However, that's a very minor thing that I can look over, and I'm very happy it's returning. I just personally feel that having the vulture be the skeleton of a vulture was much cooler than just a black silhouette. And I think that red fit the theme of a vulture much better than the color yellow they chose. But also my friend suggested brown as a color, and I thought that'd be a great color too, because it also matches vultures really well, and it'd be a different color from all the other perks, which would help differentiate it even more. But a logo is just cosmetic, so it'll be very minor compared to how it'll play and function in game. So I think we're going to need to wait for its release to see what its augments are and how it's going to function and how good of a perk it's going to be before we can really formulate a good opinion on it. I know myself and many others are hoping that there's an augment, or perhaps within the base kit of Vulter-Aid, that makes it drop more armor plates. I think we've all been in that situation where you run out of armor plates and it's mad annoying, so I think it'd be really nice to have a perk that helps out with that and keeps you resupplying them. I've also seen some people say that'd be really cool for an augment to let you hold on to more shields with Vulter-Aid. I personally kind of disagree with that because I feel like that should be a Mule Kick augment, and I imagine they're going to bring Mule Kick in eventually because it's a really common perk, and it'd be kind of weird if they didn't bring it in. And I just think the idea of holding more armor plates fits with Mule Kick much better. As far as augments as a whole go, I really hope that they introduce augments that'll give it brand new abilities, because with Vulter-Aid having so many little abilities before in its base kit in BO2, I think it'd be pretty easy for them just to take those abilities and divide them up between augments, but I think that'd make the perk significantly worse and more boring. I'm not saying it's going to have all of its abilities, or that not some of its abilities can become augments, but I'm hoping that it keeps a decent amount of them within the base kit, allowing room for new abilities as augments, because I think that'd be much more interesting than just taking what it had before and dividing it up. An idea I personally had for a new augment that I think would be really cool and fit with the theme of Vulter-Aid really well is letting you pick up your friend's dead loot, or your dead friend's loot, I should say. So let's say your friend goes down and he's got like a Pack-a-Punch 3 Mustang and Sally and doesn't want to lose that, you can run over to his dead body and pick it up for him. And I don't mean down, but I mean like completely out of the game, like that gun would be lost forever. It'd be really cool if there's a Vulter-Aid augment that allow you to save your teammates' weapons and stuff, so that way when they rejoin next round, you can just give it back to them. I think that'd be a unique ability we haven't seen for perks, and it fits with what Vulter-Aid is pretty well. Another cool idea for an augment I had was one that would literally turn you into a vulture. So it might give you like a pair of wings, and you can glide off of buildings, giving you further distance and making you not take fall damage. My final idea for an augment would be called Vulter-Aids, which is this augment would make vultures spawn around the map, and then you can walk up to them and you commit bestiality and you just fuck them right in the asshole. And then this will give both you and that vulture AIDS, so now you got AIDS from a vulture. I'm not sure how having AIDS in zombies would be pretty useful, like at all, but it'd be neat. So, you know, there's that. Anyways, Vulter-Aid is my favorite perk, and it has been for a long time. So, on a personal note, I'm just very happy to see its return, and I've been waiting for this for a long time. And I know that there's some people out there that are upset about it, but I just think we gotta give it a fair shot. We gotta see what its augments are gonna be, and how strong it's gonna be, and how useful it'll be. And I think when Citadel de More releases, give it a week, everyone's gonna be super happy about Vulter-Aid's return, and everyone's going to be saying, dang, this is the best perk, I'm so glad it came back. I certainly hoping that I'm going to be saying that, and I'm hoping that everyone else is going to be saying that. With that being said, that's all I got for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. So I'll catch you in the next one. Later.